Culture Poutine.
We good. I swear.
Yes, you look matte, not a pore.
Welcome back to Thembo Cinema, where we love all things movies and TV, especially horror. And today we have your favorite little spooky bitch from Salem back on your screen. It's Sheryl! Sheryl, how are you fucking doing?
I'm so good, Sheryl. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I just thought that maybe we would start this thing on the channel, a la like The Soup or like whatever messed up pop culture shows we watched while growing up. You know, we can like catch up with each other and catch up with our audience and talk about what we've been watching, what we've been doing, and stuff like that. How did that sound?
Our devoted fans. Yes, they deserve something after all.
Those
breadcrumbs.
Let's talk about the origins of Sheryl.
We call each other Sheryl. This is Sheryl with a C, and that's Sheryl with an S.
It's me, Sheryl, and, of course, Sheryl.
We have Sheryl, and we have Sheryl, or Dylan and Joe, but we don't know her. Because as someone who's been taught, branding is everything, I can't help but feel like we're confusing the audience a little bit on the whole name thing, but why not have it in stone about what the hell this is? So you can start. Why the hell do we call each other Sheryl?
So, once upon a time, there were two wayward souls. That's us. Branding. That's us. And those two wayward souls decided that they should get together sometimes and drink a lot of lime vodka and become good friends. Did you forget this is how this started?
Did you forget?
You have regrets, but I'm not stopping. You started this.
We were going way back.
Beginning of our friendship. It's been
It's 2017.
I like to make a lot of references, and I have a niche catalog of these references. Back in the Vine days, if we remember Vine, back in my day, we had this thing called Vine, and it wasn't on a tree.
Okay, Grandma, let's go to bed.
Legit. So there was this woman named Sunny Mabry, and she had a lot of funny videos. And she had a character that was called Mentally Ill Woman who thinks she has an assistant named Sheryl, but Sheryl doesn't exist.
Okay, I didn't know this. Okay. Or I forgot. Go on. Yes.
So we were just talking one night, and I don't know, I just called you Sheryl, hearkening back to this one Vine, not thinking you know it or anything, but then you hit me back with Sheryl. So then it was, from then, forget about it.
Have I seen this Vine? We need to find this Vine.
I haven't seen it in years.
Is it findable, do you think?
I'm sure it could be found.
I do love a brisk evening just like this one, don't you, Sheryl? Sheryl?
I'm glad I had you tell the story, because that's not the story I was going to tell. I was literally going to say, because of, Heather's, but different.
If you're gonna openly be a bitch, it's just Heather. Why can't we talk to different kinds of people? Fuck me gently with the chainsaw. Do I look like Mother Teresa?
Well, that's how it continued.
Yeah, that's how it's easy to explain to people on the shorthand. It's the movie Heathers, where they're all named Heather, but Sheryl. To clarify, you are Sheryl with a C because you're a and I am Sheryl with an S because I am super
bloody.
Thank you. Yeah, let's just say but
you're super duper.
What's a really unfortunate S word? I'm sacrilege. I don't know what that means. Sacrilege. What do you worship, a ball sack?
That's what it should mean. And technically, I think maybe it does mean that because it means going against established religious.
Oh, so that would fall under
So if you were like, oh, I'm a Christian, but I like worship a ball sack, they'd be like, sacrilegious.
Yeah,
Sack!
it's like a double entendre. It's like it works both ways. It's like it's got layers.
Girl, write it.
No,
Send
it's
it.
got- it's got wrinkles.
Send it to Big Religion. We got an idea.
Welcome to Sheryl Vision.
I am Sheryl.
I am Sheryl.
We are Sheryl.
Well, I feel like you said that you prepared some. I prepared nothing for this conversation. Is anything that you like have in mind you want to get to? By all means, take the floor. We know how you love it down there.
I do love floor time. I have ADHD. You said to like talk about what we've been watching, and I have been watching a lot because I've just been sitting in my house.
What have your eyeballs been fixating on? Like, I want to reflect your mirror's eye, your mind's eye back to me, because you're Sheryl and I'm Sheryl, and it'll explode.
You're one. So like just right off the bat, one of the latest shows that I watched, it is not a new show. It is from like the 90s. It blew my tits off. It is called Dark Skies.
They're here, they're hostile, and powerful people don't want you to know. History as we know it is a lie.
And it is essentially NBC's answer to the X-Files.
I think I've heard of this, only by name.
It ran one season, girl. It was like 22 something episodes. But like they hit the ground running, girl. Like they were so X-Files had already been on for a few seasons. So we kind of knew what was hitting on X-Files, and like, you know, so
They knew America had a hunger for the mystery and the conspiracy.
yeah, they're like, we want to see aliens and we want them to do fucked up things. So Dark Skies was like that. And then it's made in the 90s. It takes place in the 60s. They coincide with historic events. Like the main character, John, he works for the government, but the government is fully like, you're expendable. So they just send him on buck wild missions, and they don't care if he lives or dies. And he's like with his fiance, and she's also like, she's in it too. Pretty early on, discover that it, like episode 1, like aliens exist. We know about it. Like, let's tell the people. So like, but they work so hard to try and get this information to the president, JFK.
Oh.
And then the next day, the JFK assassination.
John F. Kennedy died at approximately 1 o'clock Central Standard Time today.
Coincidence? I
think not. So it's like,
it sounds like American Horror Story. What's it called? Double feature. Like...
yeah, with Dickie Nix. Going through the 60s, Dark Skies featured like, you know, like it was like little things here and there, like little pop culture references, but then the British invasion happened, and the Beatles came to America. The main characters, they are on the tarmac when the Beatles landed. Like, you know how like they landed.
It's like Forrest Gump. But
like
sci-fi.
Yeah, they're literally there. They start playing Beatles music, and like this girl that they were talking to next to them, like she starts like trying to like unalive herself. Like once like Hard Day's Night starts playing, they discover that like the aliens are trying to like send like a unalive yourself signal through the radio waves on Beatles tracks.
What are you doing, lady?
So it's straight up an episode of people listening to the Beatles and wanting to die. And that's a little bit relatable.
That music was so new sounding when it came out. So for some people, they were legit like disturbed by rock music and that sort of music. They were like, what the hell is that? Oh my God.
And then on the show, literally because like that stuff happened, but they like covered it up. They were like, that music's demonic. It's hurting people. And it's like, girl, it kind of was, but like, shut up about that. Oh, okay. The last movie I saw in theaters was Maxine with you.
So like, let's talk about her real quick. Let's talk about Maxine.
Maxine!
Maxine!
Maxine.
Maxine.
Maxine!
You're a fucking movie star.
I had like such high anticipation. That was like almost my top movie of the year at the beginning of the year.
Right. Like,
And I gotta admit, like, while I enjoyed Maxine, it like is not even in my top 10.
it was like such a serviceable completion of a trilogy. Like, I'll totally watch it again. Like, I'll totally watch it. I have Pearl and X. I want Maxine. I want to complete the thing. It does get a thumbs up. It's like a soft toot from me. Like,
it's been such a strong time for horror that like it kind of just feels average, but like good.
Maxine fucking Minx.
Also, we saw in theaters In a Violent Nature.
Oh yes.
What the
Which some people like were feeling, some people weren't, which I can understand. Like some people like getting like maybe they just kind of like get drawn into it, but I was pretty into it. Like,
but everyone agreed on the yoga pretzel being the scene. The filmmakers even knew. They're like, we put so much. Like, we filmed that. I think they said they filmed that for like 3-4 months with just different camera angles. Yeah, like all of the external, like outside shots on the cliff, kind of like within 1 to 2 days, and then the rest of it was kind of like shot like overhead lighting, like in someone's backyard with like that
was so disturbing. Like, it's definitely gonna get best kill of the year. It has to. Like,
it has to. That was everything.
Like, I was kind of mesmerized into the slow pace of it for a while, and I liked even the shots of him just walking around like you're in a video game, kind of like.
Yeah, it's kind of ASMR.
Yeah, and like honestly, it's been really cool to go see these movies in theaters that you would normally only see on Shudder or only see on streaming these days. Like this week, I just saw The Substance.
Have you ever dreamt of a better version of yourself? Younger, more beautiful, more perfect.
With Demi Moore. Oh my god. The Substance was Death Becomes Her meets Reanimator meets The Stuff. Like, put that in a blender and you have The Substance. And it was so messed up, Sheryl. Like, you know, I watched so much horror. I've seen so much gore. I was hiding my eyes. Only 2 other people were in the theater, so I was trying not to make sounds, but like,
I would have been screaming. I don't
to the point that like, Demi Moore like puts it all out there, and she gives a horror performance that is like extremely memorable. And now she's like I've never like connected her to the genre like that, but to me now Demi Moore is like a horror queen because of this one role. Other really good ones that I've seen this year that feel like ones that you should only see on like a Shudder but have been in theaters is Late Night with the Devil. Controversial because of the use of an AI image or two. I agree with people who have issues with that. Like, if you want to stand against that, that's good for you. I also think we can pick our battles a little bit with some of this stuff. You know, it's not great that they use an AI image, but if it's really this production that's like so bare bones and low budget, I just feel like, I don't know, I don't want to make people pissed. I like that really is such a touchy subject right now, though, and I understand why, because we're in that moment where decisions are being made. Really enjoyable movie. I loved it. I love a talk show. You know, we love a talk show.
Now, here's Mr. Midnight, Jack Darrow. Oh, good evening, night owls, and thank you for allowing me into your living rooms once again.
What did you think of it?
Oh, I was living, girl. I mean, like, I will say it was one of those things where I had sky high expectations of it just because of like the premise and everything. Mm-hmm. And I think it didn't meet them, but also that's like, you know, me, like, I should have adjusted my expectations. I think it could have been pushed more, but like you said, it was like a very bare bones kind of production. And I think they would have if that was something they could do. But
yeah, a lot of people had problems with the ending, where just like how it looked and what they ended up doing, which I thought like
I enjoyed the movie, the journey of the movie a lot more than the ending, but I don't think the ending was bad either. I thought the stuff with his wife, not to get too spoilery, but like the stuff with his wife, but I thought that was really eerie and just like, like this whole like kind of idea that like these really successful people in show business somehow maybe got their success through weird rituals or something. Who knows?
Christy. What are you?
God damn it, man! Go to commercial. Go to a goddamn commercial.
I don't know, fun movie. It's been a good year. It's been a good decade of horror. I feel like every year I'm like, there's no way that, like this next year is gonna be better than last year, and like it kind of tops it.
Next up, Sheryl, I have to tell you about a lovely little Pride Month movie I watched a few months back. Little romp of a film called Love Lies Bleeding with Kristen Stewart.
There you are. Hey, Daisy. Looks like you've got your hands full. Yep.
I heard of that. I mean, I think we all heard about it because of that viral, unfortunate happening at that movie theater while that young man went to go see that movie. It'll come up. Yeah, there it is. Put it away. There we go. So, but if that's indie, I mean, I know he fell asleep, but I still heard it was a good movie.
But also, like, felt. Brief synopsis, summary, overview. Brief overview. Kristen Stewart in like what is like her like fifth glow up of her fucking life at this point. Like every time I'm like, yo, Kristen Stewart's so hot now. She gets hotter. It's like, whoa. She lives in this desert. She owns a
like
gym.
Bella Swan pre-Twilight.
She owns a gym and she's like, she has a mullet. She wears like baggy clothes. Like she's like, fuck you. Like, and then she's vibing. And then gorgeous, tall, muscular Katie O'Brien comes to town and starts working out at the gym. This bitch, she has like huge muscular thighs, huge muscular arms, six pack. She is fucking ripped. She is so hot. Like it's like I was like I'm like gay panicking like the other way at this point. And then it just like they become like romantically involved. And like then we kind of learn more about like fuck shit that is happening in like Kristen Stewart's life. She has a lot of family problems with like.
It's just like a like slight Thelma and Louise, but like sexy.
It goes crime, baby. Yeah, we go crime with it. You're just taking on a fucking what I could only consider a wild cinematic fucking ride. And that culminates in something I literally could never have predicted for that movie.
I hope it streams soon because I want to see it Wicked Bad.
You feel it already? You're like, boom, boom, it's all over. Immediately, like Popeye eating spinach. So stupid.
So next, I just want to say that now on Max, you can stream I Saw the TV Glow.
What about you? Do you like girls?
I don't know.
Boys?
I think that I like TV shows.
This movie, like, is, like, so hard to watch for anybody, for especially trans people, but especially anybody who just kind of felt, I don't know, like you didn't fit in when you were younger, but not only that, but you just didn't connect to yourself or the world, but you connected to maybe the TV shows you watch or the characters that you connected to through stories and stuff like that. This movie, like, hit hard. And I don't want to spoil it too much for anybody who hasn't seen it or for you especially, but, like, it was so well done. A movie made for us, and like the everlasting message of that it's never too late. Okay, not gonna lie, I had a therapy appointment this week and I bawled to my therapist describing the end of this film. So poor dude, but like, yeah, that's how much this movie means to me. It's just like, it's that deep. It's also like, you know, some people might watch it, it might be like, okay, like I went to the movie theater and it was only me and then 60 years old with their 90-year-old friend.
Your mom.
Literally. And I don't know what they thought this movie was, but the movie, we're walking out of the cinema and I was crying because I was like, it just moved me so much. And you just hear them be like, what was that? What the hell was all that?
It wasn't for you. She said notes. So, okay. Tonal shift for a moment and I'll bring it back. So obviously earlier this year, a few months back, we did lose an icon in Shelley Duvall.
Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall.
The day I heard she passed, I started blasting the remix of Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall, that song. That's like a lot of, hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. Nah, nah, nah. And it's real like, And then I listened to it, I don't know, probably too many times in a row. And then I was like, what's Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall from? So then I looked it up.
Right.
And she executive produced a series of fairy tale reenactments with banger cast every episode. And she always had, well, almost always had a foreword at the beginning that started with, hello, I'm Shelley Duvall.
Welcome to Fairy Tale Theater. For centuries, storytellers have spun their tales of magic and enchantment for the young at heart. Some of your favorite actors, writers, and directors have come together to bring these classic tales to your home. Some are funny, some are romantic, and some are scary, like tonight's tale, about a little boy and girl who learn not to take candy from strangers. Hansel and Gretel.
We should do some reactions, at least to like, you know, some of the most famous episodes.
I literally, like, I'm not even kidding, Sheryl. Like, this show, not only has it entertained me, like, every single episode, it has honestly inspired me. Like, do certain things with my art. It makes me want to, like, sample some of the things on the show.
Return to, like innocence and imagination.
Yes.
And performing, you know, and just the simpleness that we kind of forget about sometimes.
Of course, like, you know, the first episode, like, Frog Prince with Robin Williams, and, like...
Oh.
Dinner at the palace?
Have dinner with you? Ah.
Well, yes. And, afterwards, well, I'd like to sleep with you.
Sleep with you? Yeah. Dear, I've been turning down crowned heads. You think I'm going to shack up with a frog?
Oh, no. I mean, not sleep. Oh, no.
The thing is, the frog looks cursed as hell. Like, the frog looks cursed as hell. Like, I'm gonna be real. And it's like Terry Garr from, like, Young Frankenstein and Casper Meets Wendy. And she's the princess, and she's like, oh. And, like, everyone is so campy. So, Tim Burton directed the Aladdin episode, and James Earl Jones is the genie. And I have never seen James Earl Jones like that.
R.I.P.
Amazing. It harkens back to, like, British pantomimes. And it's just so campy.
At last! Fresh air!
Who are you?
Who am I? You ask, who am I? I am the genie of the lamp.
I love that. I hope they put that Shelley Duvall show on, like, Netflix or something.
It's all on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. What is it called? The title?
Fairy Tale Theater, but, like, the correct spelling of fairy, Faerie.
Oh. Also, yeah, you mentioned Casper Meets Wendy. I always forget that is Shelley Duvall as, like, one of those sisters.
Oh my god, yeah!
Okay, the original Spice Girl. Did you put in enough belladonna? Speaking of belladonna, I once knew one. Adonna, that is. She had 2 kids, so I guess that makes her a Madonna. You get it? Madonna. Oh, all right.
And Kathleen Moriarty from Casper.
Wait, who is she in Casper Meets Wendy? Is she the other sister?
Yeah, she's the third sister.
Third
It's
one?
Kathleen Moriarty, Shelley Duvall, and Terry Garr.
I love Casper Meets Bunny. I was like thinking about like covering the Casper movies on this channel. I loved Casper growing up. Does that make me like a vanilla bitch?
I just wanted to live in his house because that was like 90s Whimsigoth hardcore.
Yes.
Like,
I just want him to keep me.
Can they keep you?
As you may have remembered, I did a rendition of Kerrigan crossing over.
Yes.
In a performance.
Sleep!
My partner like walked into the room when I was watching the video, and they were like, "Oh, why does Casper look like that and she looks like her?" And I just like snapped around. I actually didn't know this. Like, I said this and then I realized that was it. I snapped around and I'm like, well, she's freshly dead and Casper's been dead for a while, so he lost his like features, but she still looks like herself because also when her dad died, he still looked like himself too.
Oh my gosh, wait, that's so clever.
And I didn't even realize. I was like, wait, that actually is it. And
I like that world building of it. The mean, his mean uncles or whatever they are, like they're all like kind of just getting more blank looking too and kind of formless. Checks out.
Kathy Moriarty came so close.
What? Damn it, Dibs! Listen, you idiot! Get it! You rotten little rat!
What do you think? A real man just gets in, and finishes. I have my treasure, my mansion. I have everything.
To end our chat, I would like to talk about how, over the years, with my friendship with Sheryl, we have shared in our love of performance, our love of drag. We would run around my apartment silly, like shaking our asses and lip syncing and singing badly to many a show tune and pop song. So it's been a true delight that I think it's actually been a year this month. Sheryl has been a drag performer. Well, please welcome to the stage.
Obnoxia.
Obnoxia. I love it. And you have been so amazing. You are dancing. You're dancing like a fool. It's all filled with so much reference. And I've just been so proud of you, Sheryl. I've been so proud to see it and to see you have so much fun. And just, I see so much like self-love happening and so much self-realization. And you're having fun. It feels like you're truly having fun every time you perform. I can't wait to see what Obnoxia does next.
Another fan. Wow. No.
Also, if you're watching, if you're a fan of the Sheryl reactions, please do go to Instagram. Look up Obnoxia. What's your Instagram handle?
Obnoxia_S. We'll put it down at the bottom. We'll put it in post.
You know we will.
So good. You're the best. But yeah, no, I mean, I've been enjoying it. I went from not a person with a creative outlet to someone with like this huge creative outlet that technically counts as like 300. So that's been interesting, but also I love that the main thing that everyone has been saying to me is that I seem really happy like doing it, and I am, and I love it, and I've been having the time of my life.
You're starting to develop your own personal look, and it's really like
I'm trying.
She's forming.
It's like a growth. Like I keep doing a little bit more, and then eventually I'm just going to be purple one day.
Yeah, you just keep on squeezing her, and more beautiful pus comes out, and we'll just keep on dancing in the pus.
I'm a beautiful boil waiting to be drained.
My boil.
Dr. Pimple Popper, where are you?
I really hope that, maybe even if we have to do it through video call, if we can do some more reactions for y'all out there, and we'll reconvene and get Sheryl more on the channel. I think that our viewers definitely miss you. They're sick of hearing me talk, bitch.
Viewers love me, and the feeling. That's it.
I really want to thank everybody for joining us for this conversation for this Sheryl on Sheryl action. And as they say on Playhouse Disney, so long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, till we meet again. Bye, you bitch. Bye.
Wow, I love you so much.
Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. Hello. 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 I'm Shelley Duvall.
I'm Shelley Duvall.